Funding for the Iowa Girls High School Soccer Championships is provided by
The path to greatness starts early. The Iowa Farm Bureau believes in Iowa's youth and their pursuit of greatness. That's why we're proud to be the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Each student's effort is important, and when one rises, we all rise to a better Iowa.
Fairway, along with Nabisco, Frito-Lay, and Sara Lee, is a proud sponsor of the Iowa Girls Sports Championships. We congratulate all the schools and student athletes participating in this year's Girls High School State Soccer Championships. Fairway, proud to care for the places we work and live. By Musco Lighting, the sports lighting specialists, providing lighting systems for you, your project, and your community.
For state championship soccer from the County Soccer Park in downtown Des Moines. Iowa Public Television is proud to bring you the Class 2A state championship game as it's Cedar Rapids Xavier taking on the Go Hawks of Waverly Shell Rock. Good afternoon, everyone, wherever you may be. With Justin Forster, this is BJ Shaven. It's our second of 3 state championships today here on Iowa Public Television. And Justin, this one's going to be good.
Absolutely. The Battle of the North, I believe. You got Waverly Shell Rock, who have got a formidable backline, headed up by Schmidt, who's been fantastic over this tournament piece. Their midfield is very tight, headed by Siri Ott. She's been absolutely brilliant. She was brilliant in the semifinal. And then obviously Rowling, the goal scorer up front.
Well, let's take a look at Xavier and their resume coming into this championship game. You see, yeah, they've got quite a history here at the state championship. They're going for their 10th title, the most finals appearances ever, and they have the most tournament wins. And look at junior Kaiten Daniels leading the way, but she's got a freshman runner in Bastian who can also pump it home.
Well, there you go. You've got Daniels and Bastian up front. They've got a ton of goals between them. They'll be playing, hopefully, maybe, possibly in their 4-4-2. We're going to be in for an absolute battle today.
How about Waverly Shell Rock, the Go Hawks this year, returning 7 starters from last year's runner-up team that fell to Lewis Central. They're on a 16-match win streak. Their defense has been their staple.
Absolutely it has. And like I said earlier, Schmidt has been absolutely fantastic, spearheading the back line, getting everybody organized, but don't write off Berman, the goalkeeper. She's been in outstanding form lately.
It is beautiful right now. Pleasant. Winds out of the southeast, east at 5 miles an hour. Sunny and 81 degrees. Let's learn more about these teams. Here's today's public address announcer, Jason Esslinger.
Iowa Girls State Soccer Tournament and this Class 2A championship match between the Cedar Rapids Xavier Saints and the Go Hawks from Waverly Shell Rock. Now let's meet the teams. First, the non-starters for the visiting team, the Saints from Cedar Rapids Xavier. Number 5, Sarah Cunningham. Number 8, Devin McLaughlin. Number 9, Eden Campbell. Number 10, Ellie Cookner. Number 14, Paige Loney. Number 16, Mary Claire Bean. Number 18, Maddie Steger. Number 19, Sarah Cram. Number 20, Jalea Klein. Number 21, Sophie Alicio. And number 24, Grace Reese. Now let's meet the starters for Xavier. Number 1, Maggie Conrad. Number 2, Amanda Ross. Number 3, Avery Campbell. Number 6, Brielle Bastian. Number 7, Lilia Ward. Number 11, Quinn Hannigan. Number 13, Ella Kleesner. Number 15, Caitlin Daniels. Number 22, Carly Weiss. Number 23, Abby Westhoff. And number 25, Mary Kate Mader. Assistant coaches for Xavier are Amina Balak, Jenna Heineman and Emily Moses. The head coach for the Saints is Chris Higgins. Now let's meet the reserves for the home team, the GoHawks from Waverly Shell Rock. Number 2, Michaela Reed. Number 8, Haley Kent. Number 6, Morgan Ike. Number 12, Ashley Harn. Number 13, Maria Cooper. Number 14, Annika Behrens. Number 17, Lauren Fox. Number 18, Macy Smith. Number 21, Carly Steyer. Number 22, Emma Hansel. Number 24, Avery Meyer. And number 99, Sophie Sedgwick. Now let's meet the starters for the GoHawks. Number 1, Gabby Berman. Number 4, Kennedy Reekin. Number 5, Cameron Grayway. Number 7, Lily Lickway. Number 8, Haley Kent. Number 9, Sasha Wilson. Number 10, Abby Harn. Number 11, Kenzie Rowling. Number 15, Siri Ott. Number 16, Elizabeth Schmidt. And number 23, Abby Sassman. Assistant coaches are Danielle Seehusen and Emily Sands. The head coach for the GoHawks is Lauren Briner. The officials for today's championship match, the referee is Tyler Eason. Assistant referees are Millie Phillips and Courtney Woodcock. The fourth official is Mike Luck. Good luck to both teams today, and let's play championship soccer.
So here we go, the Class 2A state championship game for Cedar Rapids Xavier. Well, trying to best Waverly Shell Rock here today, coming in at 16-4. What are the keys here, Justin?
Well, I think the keys is to get the ball forward into the two center forwards that we spoke about earlier, in particular Bastian. They play this 4-4-2. They might change it today, just according to how Waverly Shell Rock play. But I think the key is just getting the ball into their feet so they can turn and run at the opposition.
And how about for Waverly Shell Rock?
Well, Waverly Shell Rock, obviously at the back, they're very formidable, but rolling up front has been absolutely fantastic. But don't leave out Reekin on the right-hand side. She normally starts on the right. She likes to get forward. She scored a goal earlier on in the tournament, and her deliveries and her combinations with rolling have been absolutely brilliant so far in the tournament. And don't take out the midfield.
Oh, we're pumped up. The handshake. Cedar Rapids Xavier assistant coaches do this prior to the game to get it rolling, get the team fired up. So here we go. We're fired up. It's the 2A title game, as Xavier and Waverly Shell Rock are ready to go at it. These two teams, of course, have a little bit of history against one another. Xavier besting Waverly Shell Rock, second game of the season for the GoHawks, in which Xavier won that game 3-2, and what turned out to be a kind of an offensive juggernaut, if you will. Xavier would then try to ride that throughout the season. Their losses include to Dowling Catholic, Cedar Rapids Prairie, Linmar, and Bettendorf. And for the GoHawks, the only loss this season was to Xavier. So they're going to try to avenge that here right now. Xavier wearing the white uniforms, Waverly Shell Rock, the top-seeded team, or the higher-seeded team, if you will, wearing the black uniforms with white numbers. So here we go. Waverly Shell Rock trying to drive it on down deep. They've got some prolific scorers, but as we mentioned, right at the midfield, they kind of clamp it on down.
Yeah, absolutely. And as you can see, Waverly have got the momentum going forward. They got the free kick off a handball. Again, Reekin on the right-hand side with the delivery, looking for rolling. So they kind of changed this in the second half, but this is how they start from the beginning of the match.
One of the things we heard from head coach Laura Greiner of Waverly Shell Rock was her team is, well, they've been here before. There's no jitters, no nerves. Xavier, of course, the tradition, the history, although it's been a while since they've been here in a state championship game. Maybe the nervous of the two, but let's see how the first two minutes settle in here at the County Soccer Park.
And you've got to put past results away behind you. This is a different matchup altogether. It's the final. even though Waverley lost the first matchup 3-2 earlier on in the season.
So the Go Hawks trying to drive it towards midfield, and still belongs to Waverley Shell Rock here. Interesting to note how these two teams ventured on their tournament trail here to the championship game. Waverley Shell Rock was victorious against Lewis Central, then knocked down Dallas Center Grimes in the semifinals yesterday. It was Xavier beating Spencer and then knocking off the top seed ADM to get here to the title game. So here we go. Down deep for Waverley Shell Rock, and coming up right away is the keeper for Xavier, Maggie Conrad, who's able to knock that one down. Has not allowed a goal in the state tournament here yet.
Rica didn't quite connect that shot, a little bit off balance, but it was a matter of formality for Conrad in goal.
So the Go Hawks with Siri Ott. Xavier will play it back down deep. Their head coach, Chris Higgins, in his third year coaching at Xavier, has an interesting trail. Actually came to America from Scotland to play at Ashland University, then went on to coach at DeWitt High School, was an assistant at Mount Mercy, which led him to, obviously, Cedar Rapids, and the head coaching job here at Xavier. And we had a chance to talk to him yesterday. What's the difference between soccer here in America and also in Scotland? He says over here it's like on steroids. A lot of people watching, a lot of interest into it, and he can just sense the sport building year over year.
I'm trying to figure out when he went back to Scotland.
Yeah.
Go watch a game there, you'll see what playing on steroids is all about.
He meant like at the high school level.
Oh, I see.
High school level, the clubs, everything.
Yeah.
And of course, he had to drop in, of course, the big matchup coming up tonight in the Women's World Cup. Scotland and England going at one another. Gonna have to watch a little Braveheart, he said, to grab some inspiration if things don't go his way.
William Wallace.
So here we go. This is gonna be knocked back out by Gabby Berman. What a tournament she's had. Only allowed 3 goals all season. And there's a good look at the head coach, Chris Higgins, for the Xavier Saints. Berman will be aggressive. Had 10 saves yesterday in the semifinal win. And not afraid to go up and go after the ball. And last year, in the loss to Lewis Central, right at the end of the first half, the ball just squeaked by her on an aggressive play. And something that she had mentioned yesterday that it's obviously in the back of her mind, but ready to come home and bring home a state championship to Northeast Iowa. Waverley Shell Rock with possession here. For the moment.
Waverley Shell Rock set up in a 4-3-3 actually. With one holding, you can see Ott and Greyway are the two attacking midfielders, with Rican on the far right up front as she delivers.
This one towards the net, but easily played by Maggie Conrad, the sophomore. Mentioned she hasn't allowed a goal here at the state tournament. They opened up against Spencer, who was one of the highest scoring teams in the state this year, and totally denied the Tigers in that contest. So Xavier trying to be on the prowl here. We mentioned what they were able to do, and then shutting out ADM yesterday. Justin, I got the feeling we're going to see the ball going end to end a lot here today.
Yeah, I have a strong feeling about that. I was just taking note of Sasha Wilson's composure at the back, just playing it out through Schmidt and just, you know, comfortably just playing the ball out of the back, which I love to see in all types of soccer, especially high school soccer, is just a little more composure in the build-ups. But BJ, you're absolutely right. This game's going to be end-to-end.
Last state championship for Xavier was 6 years ago. They're back again as we see a battle for the ball.
Yeah, Bailey Dorrington was the head coach for Xavier back then when they won it. Yeah, ex-Drake University player, Cedar Rapids native.
Rican tried to send it deep, but again, Xavier's defense right there. The defense for Xavier has been just stellar here at the state tournament. We talked about that, but it's really about the players, not only the person in net, but the players up front. That back line, if you will, has been very physical and have owned the ball. Here come the Saints. Looking to drive with the shot, and it just goes wide left. Berman came up to play the ball, and the shot by Mary Kate Motor, the freshman.
Well, Mary Kate has a tremendous amount of pace, and as you can see, she got past Sasha Wilson there. But that's something to watch out for. You just can't allow them to have space, especially Mary Kate in those 1v1 situations.
And of course, Xavier going with her whites today, which is just a thin pencil line of an outline of a number, which is always our favorite, fan favorite, watching this game.
Just noticed there, just the threaded ball, reverse pass that would just split the two center backs. So it's just something to watch out for as far as the creativity around the box for Xavier. Obviously, defensively, Waverly need to just sharpen up on that with the pressure and cover.
Here's Rican, will center it towards the middle, and almost stepping on that ball was Ott, who had an opportunity. Now this is a little flutterer that is going to be picked up by Conrad. Wow, these two teams are stretching out the field today. One would have guessed coming into the game it might be played more at midfield between the two, but no, these teams are jetting it out.
With Xavier having a couple of the best chances of the match so far.
Elizabeth Schmidt will just play it out. Now here come the Saints.
He's given a penalty.
As you saw, Metter battling on that far side. And this is going to be a golden opportunity here for Cedar Rapids Xavier.
As you can see, it comes off her knee and then hits the elbow. I mean, was there intent there? But it's in the box, and you just have to give it.
So here comes a penalty kick. Berman going to be challenged here early on. And here's the shot, going to be knocked down by Berman. And Waverly Shellrock will wisely kick it away. Caitlin Daniels, who leads the team in goals this season, just could not get it past Berman. Take a look.
You see Daniels has to strike this across the body, and if you do that, you've got to hit it with pace, and it's well read by Berman, just stretching out with her right hand to knock it away.
And for Berman, another confidence builder for her here in this state championship game. The sophomore Klusner will throw it in. And this will go wide behind the net. So a free kick from goal here for Waverly Shellrock. Well, it's not as if Waverly Shellrock hasn't played anybody all year. They've played some really good competition, some state qualifiers. Center pointer Brenna, Spencer. Others, as you take a look at the Saints trying to drive it on in deep. And the GoHawks kick it away. Boy, what a collision there at midfield. And Waverly Shellrock will get it here on the foul.
Well, it is going to be definitely a physical battle today between these two sides, as there is a pillar of strength in both teams' midfield, and as you've noticed so far.
How about the stop on the penalty kick deep inside the zone, though, by Waverly Shellrock?
It was a
It could have been disastrous.
It could have been, but what a fantastic save. I mean, the initial penalty coming off the knee and hitting the elbow, I mean, it wasn't an intentional handball, but it's in the box, everybody's seen it, and the official has to give it.
battle on the far side will stay with Xavier. That game back on April the 6th, a decision won by Xavier 3-2. Xavier jumped out to an early 2-0 lead before Waverly Shell Rock was able to get back on track. However, it ended up being a 3-2 decision. And when you talk to the coaching staffs, they said they both have played a lot of soccer in between them. They both feel like they're a much better team, as Berman again with another stop.
Well, you can tell by the onslaught right now from Xavier. Just they've had a number of opportunities. They've had a penalty, so you can see in the this first part of the first half, they look to go all-out attack.
Here's Ott. Here's Morgan Ike, excuse me. Ike trying to pace the ball to the side. Well, and again, the physical nature from Waverly Shell Rock. Lickway was able to force the ball away from midfield. Now the long pass. Wilson at it for a moment for Waverly Shell Rock. And this is what we expected here, right? This type of play right here in the middle of the field.
Yeah, it's going to be a physical battle, and both teams have very, very physical players. And then just going back to a lot of these girls play club soccer together in the Cedar Rapids area, whether they're on the same team or opposing teams, but they all kind of know each other. Even though Waverly are from just further up north, they all kind of play for the same club or against each other.
And the strength. Kenzie Rolling able to try to get the ball back. The University of Iowa recruit with over 38 goals this season for Waverly Shell Rock. Xavier trying to find Daniels here. Trying to lead her down the field. And the Go-Hawks there, however, it will stay in the possession of Xavier.
Xavier has so much strength going forward. You can just see with Bastian and you've got Weiss. I mean, they just, and Daniels, are just so much power between them. Good movement as well.
Stays with Xavier. Again, no water breaks here in the second game of the day. In the first game, Davenport Assumption, in case you're joining us late, won 1-0 over North Polk. And they normally here at the state championship have a water break about halfway through each half of play. But again, pleasant conditions, just 83, I should say, just 83 degrees, but just 83 degrees compared to what we've had over the years here at the State Soccer Championship, so a little bit cooler. And the officials have elected not to give a water break halfway through each half.
Which is surprising, BJ, because over the last 2 days, we've had the same type of temperature with a bit of a breeze and a water break.
Right. And same set of officials.
Correct.
But today we will play on. And in years past, it became almost like a strategy to get to the water break at some point, and then you could regroup. And
yeah, the coaching staff could have a chat with their players, and, you know, it slows down the momentum of the game, which a team that's on top doesn't really like.
Right. So this one will get out of play, Waverly Shell Rock. And it looks like we have a substitution coming into the game is Sophia Alicio. And also Quinn Hannigan will be going out.
Hannigan looked like she might have taken a knock. She went off just with a slight limp.
No easy games really for either of these two teams here at the state tournament. And both do like to utilize their bench somewhat. So depth will become a factor here a little bit later on. And I believe this is going to get out of place. Waverly Shell Rock with a quick opportunity here. Xavier wants to stretch the field for Daniels. And trying to track it on back down to Sasha Wilson, who's had quite a state tournament here.
What you'll notice with Sasha Wilson is she'll take a lot of the set plays, free kicks, corners. She's always on the ball. She plays center back, so she's got quite a bit of ground to gain, like going from the back up to take corners, which can be quite grueling.
Amongst the team leaders in assists this season with 5 is Wilson. That ball went off of her, so it will stay with Xavier. Boy, a scoreless game. Beginning here, the opening 10 minutes went from end to end. Now being played more towards the midfield, and Xavier trying to figure out a way to try to drive the ball deep. And a whistle here. Now we have some substitutes coming into the game for Waverly Shell Rock. So going out is going to be Abby Harm. Also going out is Abby Sassman, and coming into the game for Waverly Shell Rock is going to be Morgan Ike, and also in is going to be Annika Behrens, the freshman.
I noticed they took Sassman out and she was playing in at center back. I wonder if that has something to do with the matchups.
So free kick coming up. Here's Wilson. Right into the teeth of the defense.
She had Rieken just slightly to her right-hand side here, who had lots of space. Maybe this is the thing, is the opposition, Xavier, expecting them to play the long ball in, so they just really pack it up and make it compact around the 18-yard box, and it's very difficult to beat that first line. Is maybe now play it short like Rieken and then try and draw the defenders out.
Waverly Shell Rock has yet to have a direct shot on goal, as this will go out of bounds, but it's off of Waverly Shell Rock. So a free kick from out in front of net for Xavier. Go Hawks able to send it back down deep, but again the wall, that 3 defensemen on the back line for Cedar Rapids Xavier, and talking to their head coach Chris Higgins, says they've been really good all year. As another opportunity goes awry as Berman steps up to snatch it. But those defensemen led by Carly Weiss and Abby Westhoff have really been terrific this season and at the state tournament. Those two in particular for Cedar Rapids Xavier.
Yeah, and you know, in order to combat then, Waverly need to push either Ott or Legway higher onto their back line, just to put a little bit of pressure, or Greyway in fact. I mean, because she's been effective over the last 2 days, but either one of them, just push them up a little bit higher, so when that ball comes in and Rolling doesn't win it, they're there to pick up the second ball.
Belongs to Waverly Shell Rock, but again, a great defensive positioning there by Xavier. Big throw. How about the Saints again? Not even really a mild threat.
No, and there's been a momentum swing now in the game where it's Waverley Shellrock. We're having a little more of the game than possession-wise going in towards Xavier. And that's why it's going to be a game of end-to-end football.
Caitlin Daniels. Kind of a beast on the ball for Xavier. Wanting to get her chance offensively here, right in the mid. Again, Waverly Shellrock with Elizabeth Schmidt and Sasha Wilson just kind of owning that. But again, the good presence of mind to be able to find their teammate in Annika Behrens. There's an opportunity for Xavier.
And Behrens came into the game in that left back position yesterday and pretty much stayed on the field the whole game, or the rest of the game.
Here's Daniels with an attempt.
That ball was well taken down out of the air by the center forward. Just brought it down with ease and just laid it off for Daniels. Unfortunately, just didn't get enough power around her shot.
What's it going to take to break through, do you think, here?
Well, either way, I think Waverley just, when they have an option, is to push the extra player forward up against the line to support Rowling. Because as you can see now, it's just one option into the wide area. Nobody came in as a target to try and receive it. And I think Waverley need to be careful as Rican looks to deliver.
And right in the middle of the field. They had Rolling open for the moment. But again, Xavier's defense is right there.
And I think Xavier, if they're around the Waverley boxes, they're very, very square at the back. And they've had a couple of chances where they've opened them up and they've played that ball just in between the two defenders, so there's no pressure and cover. As long as the keeper plays a high line, that's Berman. If she plays a high line, she'll be able to come out and smother the ball.
With Justin Forster, BJ Shaban here on Iowa Public Television. You're watching the Class 2A Iowa Girls State Soccer Championship here from County Park in downtown Des Moines. As we've got a scoreless affair here between Waverly Shellrock and Xavier, their second meeting of the season. First was early on during the regular season, and now here they are matched up in the title game. Waverly Shellrock was here before. In fact, last season, falling to Lewis Central 1-0. And then, of course, for Xavier, it's been a while since they've been in the title game, since 2013, trying to win their 10th team title and keep pace with Davenport Assumption for most state championships in soccer. Assumption victorious here earlier today. Now Xavier trying to wait for the troops to rally here, the cavalry to come in, but 4 players back from Waverly Shellrock, able to snuff that out with Sasha Wilson.
And that was the substitute, Alicia, that was actually putting pressure on Sasha Wilson there. She's actually been a bit of a menace since she's come onto the field. She's caused a few problems there for the back line.
Wilson with a good boot right to midfield. Xavier with a golden opportunity early on, about 4.5 minutes into the game, with a penalty kick. Unable to capitalize as Berman held her ground as she's done all state tournament long.
Crayway looking to get on the ball as often as possible. 2 stints there where she came in, got the ball, just relieving Ott from a little bit of the responsibilities. I see Reed's back in the game, and she's been absolutely fantastic over the last couple of days. Very simple player.
Well, don't miss a minute of today's championship action. Catch live stream on IPTV.org, Facebook, and YouTube. So these two teams battling away, Waverly Shell Rock and Cedar Rapids Xavier for the Class 2A state championship game. Expected a defensive battle, and we've got one after an offensive juggernaut at the beginning of the year. And look out, Waverly Shell Rock gets their opportunity at net right now with a direct shot.
Well, as you can see, the ball pops up and it just hits the defender in the hand. Luckily not in the box for Xavier. And it actually looks like Rolling is going to step up and take this.
So here we go, Kenzie Rolling, the senior, the University of Iowa recruit with 38 goals this season. 2 so far here at the state tournament. Her right foot is in, and it's right into the grill of Maggie Conrad. The sophomore hauls it in, sure-handed. And so each team has had some pretty good chances here. Take a look.
I tell you what, Rolling struck that very, very well, because in most instances, at that distance, most players step up and they just smash the ball into the scoreboard, to be honest with you. But that was actually well taken. Surprisingly, with the wall, it was like shifted right across.
Yeah.
It wasn't really central.
Was it advanced scouting, or what do you think? Because the left side of that net was wide open.
And the goalkeeper, Conrad, was stood right behind the wall. So that's the goalkeeper's job, though, is to get the wall sorted out. But very, very surprising.
Terrific job of scouting by Cedar Rapids Xavier as it pays off. And Waverly Shell Rock will get it back here. So we've had some interesting moments of truth, if you will. And nothing on the board yet. Waverly Shell Rock will hold it on the offensive side. The GoHawks is trying to figure out a way to get some separation here as the defenders are jamming, rolling in the middle. And this one is deflected away.
But I like the way they're actually keeping the ball around the 18-yard box and not trying to force it through the first time and giving it away. They're actually keeping the ball and passing it around. But it's very, very tight, and this is when maybe you stretch them out wide, have a little bit of width, or bring the ball back into the midfield and see if you can pull the Xavier defenders out of position, creating space in behind for possibly Rolling.
What has Xavier done to bottle up Rolling here? What are they doing?
Well, again, they're making it very congested around the area, but like there, for example, somebody needs to be tight on her. So if Rolling checks her shoulder, she can get on the half turn and run at players, run at the center back. That's where she's dangerous. She needs to be checking her shoulder all the time. However, it's actually very, very good defending where they're sitting a player, one of the sixes in front of her, again to stop the penetrating ball, but there's always one that comes through.
So, opportunity here for Waverly Shell Rock. Another one as we have more substitutes coming in and out of the game here. Lily Lickway will be coming back into the game. And Mary-Kate Motor is also back in, the freshman for Cedar Rapids Xavier. So here's the corner kick. Just played up, still an opportunity, but Xavier again, the defender, knocking it away that time was Carly Weiss. And just the stick-to-itiveness as Rican is going to be losing the ball at bounds. However, Waverly Shellrock will hold on to the possession here. Here's Rieken.
Reed found some very good space there, just to pocket in between the lines. Rieken didn't spot her out.
Here's Michaela Reed. On into the corner to Smith. Little game of keep away here for the GoHawk defenseman.
Love the patience here in their build-up. Except there, maybe they could have just kept the ball. Asking a lot of Ike out here on the right-hand side.
And this will be scooped up by Conrad. Well, you can relive the excitement. Share these moments with your family, friends, and neighbors. You can visit iptv.org for archives of championship games anytime. All part of the content Iowa Public Television delivering to you. State Soccer Championship, softball coming up, basketball and volleyball, all here on Iowa Public Television. Stay tuned. Coming up at halftime, too, we'll be visiting with both coaches from Waverly Shellrock and Cedar Rapids Xavier. Plus, we've got highlights, statistics, much more, all coming up at the half here in this 2A state championship game. Here along the near sideline, this is Daniels. This has just been a lot of stonewalling on each side, but end to end, not much of an opportunity.
Yeah, both teams have been very cautious at this point. Even though there's 6 minutes left, don't want to make that elusive mistake.
And that's what we've seen primarily out of the 2A field this week. Waverly Shellrock here again.
That was Macy Smith just trying to break through the lines, had lots of space, but the shot was blocked for a throw. But I've noticed, again, like all weekend, Macy Smith and Behrens have worked really well together on that far left-hand side.
Ott with an attempt. And that went sailing right into the hands of Conrad.
Ott finding some space, letting the ball come across onto a strong foot. Just unfortunately, from a technical standpoint, didn't connect it with any power.
And we have a substitutions. One here for Cedar Rapids Xavier. So coming in is going to be Sarah Cunningham for the Saints. So both coaches using their bench quite a bit here as of late. Really testing the depth. However, the mainstays have remained in the game. Schmidt right to midfield. Free kick from net for Cedar Rapids Xavier. 4:20 to play here in the first half.
See Ott on that, just that last moment there was looking to play the ball down there for Ike. Ike wasn't going to have anything of it, especially as it's getting a lot warmer and hotter out there.
Not much of an opportunity for the offensive stars here in the game. For Waverly Shell Rock coming into the contest led by Kenzie Rolling, who had 38 goals so far this season, among the best goal scorers in the state. And really just with one shot so far here in the first half. And really for Cedar Rapids Xavier too, they do it by committee. Have some players moving on to play at the collegiate level, but no real chance for anyone to get involved. Waverly Shell Rock's defense has been great.
Schmidt came across to cover Rieken there. But still, Xavier finding little pockets of space. Rieken was caught forward. She likes to overlap going forward, which is great. We encourage our left back, our 2 and 3, left back and right back to go forward at times. But it's just, if it breaks down, is there one of those central midfielders that can cover that space so that the center backs don't get drawn out.
Caught up and right in the midfielder. What a play there by Morgan Heike. Here she is. Rieken has been active here in the first half. We'll send it deep. Just could not get the one-timer down as it went over Macy Smith's head.
What I have noticed about Rolling after, just from the previous 2 games, it should be quiet. She'll go moments within a game where she'll be quiet, she won't touch the ball, but there's these 2 elusive chances she'll get, and bang, she'll score. She did it yesterday with a moment of skill where she beat a defender and then the second defender and just scored a beautiful goal, but that's the type of player she is.
Free kick here, penalty called against, or foul called, excuse me, called against Xavier. As you take a look at the collision right here at midfield.
Yeah, definitely a free kick. I think it was more a lazy tackle. She was definitely going for the ball, but caught Rieken very late.
Well, that ball just came fluttering in, and Rolling was in the neighborhood. But Conrad able to snuff it out. Well, coming up in our next game, the Class 3A State Championship, the Ankeny Hawkettes will take on the Waukee Warriors in another CIML showdown. The Hawks trying to win a state championship after falling in last year's title game. That'll be coming up at the conclusion of this one a little bit later on. You want to talk about a team on fire, that would be the Hawkettes. Ankeny has really got the wind underneath their sails right now.
Yeah, they were on fire yesterday with a 2-0 win over Darling Catholic. Xavier looked to break here again.
And again knocked away by Elizabeth Schmidt. Boy, at the tail end of this first half with 10 seconds to play, there looks to be some tired players out on the field.
So we take a look at the collision here. Slight shove in the back there by Alicia. Definitely a foul.
And that will lead us into halftime. It's a scoreless game between Xavier and Waverly Shell Rock here in the first half. Both teams with some opportunities. Xavier with 4 shots. Waverly Shell Rock with just 3, but it's been some great defense, Justin, back and forth.
Yeah, it has been. I mean, from both sides, actually, there's been some great defending. There have been times where Waverly have been split at the back, but, at the end of the day, yes, some very good defending from both sides.
So as we await for Cedar Rapids Xavier's head coach, Chris Higgins, to come join us, we can see that, their 16th overall state tournament appearance right now in the first half. team trying to win another state championship as Coach Higgins now joins us. Coach, in that first half, what's your assessment of it?
We weathered the storm pretty early. They came out as hard and furious. So just to get by the first 10 minutes was good, and we kind of relaxed and settled down. And then we had one little breakaway that kind of gave the girls a bit of a boost, a bit of a confidence, and from that we kind of settled into the game a little bit. Obviously, they play quick 1-2 touch stuff, so it's important for us to stay compact and you know, try and break if we can. Try and break early with speed if we can.
Coach, when you say he's going to stay compact, as soon as you win the ball, you're going to look in transition to get the ball forward. Is this something you're going to talk about at halftime?
For sure, yeah. We're a little bit too direct. I'd like to see us play the forward's feet and for the forward to absorb it a little bit, to let us get a few more numbers up. At times we played a few balls in behind that probably weren't on, and we gave it right back to them. So we got to take a little bit better care of it in that regards.
Well, Coach, thank you so much for the time. Good luck in your adjustments here for the second half.
All right, cheers, guys. Thank you.
Chris Higgins joining us. He is the Cedar Rapids Xavier head coach. When we come back, we'll take a look at this first half, highlights and more, plus statistics as you're watching the Iowa Girls State Soccer Championships here on Iowa Public Television.
This September, Ken Burns tells the story of country music.
It can be joyful, it can be sad. It's about who we are.
Now, catch a special preview of this exciting new series.
Probably never been anything like it, and there'll never be anything like it again.
Meet the filmmakers, go behind the scenes, and enjoy exclusive clips from the film.
Country music comes from right in here, this heart and soul that we all have.
PBS previews country music.
Friday night at 10 on Iowa Public Television.
Round like a snowball down a mountain, or a carnival balloon, like a carousel that's turning, running rings around the moon, like the circles that you find in the windows
You win?
of your
Or out.
mind.
Endeavor returns for a new season, Sunday, June 16th.
This year, Iowa Public Television celebrates 50 years as Iowa's only statewide television network. From that first live over-the-air signal transmission in 1969 to today's 24/7 access through IPTV.org, the IPTV Kids live stream, and YouTube channels. IPTV is where Iowan stories are told. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, together.
Do you Snapchat? So does IPTV. Add Iowa Public TV or snap our code. Get live peeks at our productions as they happen in real time. See exclusive behind-the-scenes content. Connect with all our social networks by visiting iptv.org/social.
On the season premiere of Shakespeare in Hathaway.
He's a very clever dog.
The team is hired to find a runaway dog worth
£320 million. How much?
How much?
But as they investigate the case,
This footage has been tampered with.
they uncover a conspiracy
There's someone on the inside.
that may require showing some teeth.
I think this is a job for bad cop.
I can do bad cop.
Shakespeare and Hathaway.
Tonight at 9 on Iowa Public Television.
On this week's episode of The Best of Living in Iowa, we'll glide into the combat zone, explore the work of combat photographer John Gapps III, and visit the Call Ballroom in the Quad Cities.
Enjoy the best of living in Iowa this evening at 6:30.
This week on Market to Market.
We're an easy target.
Western stakeholders seek common ground on public land.
We both love the land. We use it slightly differently.
And commodity market analysis with Elaine Cubb.
These markets will
Market to Market, the weekly journal of rural America.
Sunday at 12:30 p.m. on Iowa Public Television.
For 50 years, Iowa Public Television has been Iowa's statewide public broadcasting network. A non-commercial public service mission has enabled IPTV to present an unequaled array of programs of lasting value to Iowans, from all backgrounds, all generations, and all walks of life. Since 1969, IPTV's mission has reached far beyond its broadcast, educating, informing, enriching, and inspiring Iowans. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, together.
Join the conversation online with Iowa Public Television. Follow us on Facebook. Connect with us on all our social networks.
Scoreless game between Waverly Shell Rock and Cedar Rapids Xavier. It's for the Class 2A state championship. When we come back, more here from County Soccer Park in Des Moines on Iowa Public Television.
They just bought a French chateau for cheap.
We can't believe our luck.
Living the dream.
But for this couple, the fairy tale quickly turns into a nightmare.
We're talking a lot of money.
Discover what it takes to transform a ruin
The ceiling's coming off.
into a castle. The charming renovation series,
Whatever happens, we'll make it work.
Escape to the Chateau.
Monday night at 9 on Iowa Public Television.
On We'll Meet Again.
To be gay was to be the worst thing in the world.
The power of her acceptance is why you turned out okay.
Absolutely.
After the rise of the LGBT movement,
I needed to decide whether I was going to be honest with myself.
a search to reunite people who changed each other's lives.
What were your feelings about that young man?
Wayne April opened my eyes. I need to let him know he helped change my life. Marla accepted me unconditionally.
Join us Tuesday evening at 7.
We're the Iowa Public Broadcasting Board wishing IPTV a happy 50th anniversary. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, together.
Do you Snapchat? So does IPTV. Add Iowa Public TV or snap our code. Get live peeks at our productions as they happen in real time. See exclusive behind-the-scenes content. Connect with all our social networks by visiting iptv.org/social.
Scoreless game, Waverly Shell Rock and Cedar Rapids Xavier in the Class 2A state championship here on Iowa Public Television. Let's get some insights now from their head coach, Lauren Greiner. And coach, in this first half, how would you assess how your team has played?
We came out pretty strong the first 5. You know, we kind of fell out of our game plan there a little bit the next 10, but we pulled it together there towards the end of the first half. So we've got to tighten up a few things the second half, but we're looking forward to it.
Coach, just from my observations, Rowling has kind of been kept out of the game. What are your thoughts and how are you looking to maybe get her back involved? Because she is influential to your side.
Yeah, they've been bringing a lot of pressure into the middle, but that happened yesterday as well, and we worked with it. So Kenzie's going to look to check and make a few different runs here in the second half, and hopefully we can find her the ball.
Coach, thank you for your time and good luck here in the second half.
Thank you.
That's Waverly Shell Rock's head coach, Lauren Greiner. Let's take a look at the first half highlights here, and it's been all about the defense.
Well, as you can see, the breakaway. Now we're looking at the penalty. What a fantastic penalty saved by Berman. And then the technique in Rowling in the free kick. Although the wall was offset, Ott with a chance here, but just not enough power behind it.
Let's take a look at your first half statistics. You see the shots. Xavier with 4-3 by Waverly Shell Rocks, but shots on goal, 2 for the GoHawks, just 1 for Xavier. And of course the team fouls, 8 for Xavier, playing a little more physical, and nobody has really had an infraction of being offside. So let's get the second half started here, shall we, in the 2A title game. As, the Saints fans are waving their flag, trying to figure out a way to bring home yet another state championship and tied Davenport Assumption for most titles in state soccer. Assumption winning earlier today, 1-0 over North Polk in an electrically charged game. And it was a header late that was allowing the Knights to prevail. Bring home a championship back to Eastern Iowa, over to the East Coast. Now Xavier and Waverly Shell Rock going at it. Coming up next, the 3A title game a little bit later on. Waukee, the top seed, taking on the upstart 6th-seeded Ankeny Hawkettes. Xavier came into this tournament seeded 5th, Waverly Shell Rock 2nd. And it's been a quite a tournament for both as they wind up the 3rd day of competition. Here's Daniels, who'll put a charge into it, and it will go out So for Waverly Shellrock, Justin, break down what the coaches told us, what they were looking to do, adjustments they were looking to make here for the second half.
Yeah, I mean, both sets of coaches have been very cautious. You can just kind of tell how they've come across in their interviews, not wanting to give away too much, obviously, but you know, the coach from Xavier basically saying that, or Coach Chris, basically saying that he wants to keep the ball a little more rather than playing direct, even though directness can be effective if it's done the right way with success, as far as can you hit your target player, but then you've got to make sure you have support going forward. Coach Lauren from Waverly is basically, again, looking to keep the ball. However, is trying to find ways to get the ball into rolling, and she might have to check her run a little bit differently. I agree with, she's got to base her movement off the shoulder of the center backs to try and get them to check their shoulders, and not just that, she can maybe find pockets of space in between the two center backs.
Trying to figure out a way to get Daniels the ball. Here she is on the outside. Daniels with her right foot will try to center it, and it's denied away. As this one will float out, and it will be a corner kick coming up for the Xavier Saints.
Now that was a very good run by Daniels there. She had two players in the box who were basically standing still. One of them, Alicia, or one of them should have made a run in at the near post because there was a lot of space and nobody was in there defending that space.
Daniels with the corner kick. It's up and it's denied by Waverly Shellrock. Xavier saying they wanted a goal, and they do get a goal granted as it was called by the official along the sideline. Did that one get in? Gabby Berman said no, it did not. We'll have to take a look at this. Well, they're saying the goal was off of 25, off of the hip, which is Mary-Kate Metter, the freshman, which will be her 12th goal this season. Let's take a look at this. Did it cross the plane?
As you look at the defender on the line, looks like that is so difficult to say. And we don't have VAR, do we? But that was so close. The official, the assistant official, who was on the goal line, had a clear view of that, and she's the only one that could really tell as far as if the ball crossed the goal line and the whole ball.
And it was a very late call by the officials. Waverly Shellrock was continuing to play on.
Yeah, I mean, just like it never happened. You know, in their instance, it was no goal was cleared off the line, but
let's take a look at it again here. Let's see what happened here. As
this might be a better angle for us.
The ball came in. Now watch the foot.
Still can't see the. It's hard to say from here.
Yeah, 50-50.
50-50, yeah, definitely. But the assistant referee gave the goal.
And much. The ball has to be all the way across the line for it to be counted as a goal.
Correct, the whole ball must cross the line. I mean, that is a very, very tight angle. We can't even see it on our replays. But this is going to be a test of character now for Waverly. They're going to have to fight back. Not what they wanted, conceding a goal this early into the second half. However, this gives them time to reshape and maybe change a few things to get back into the game.
So for Waverly Shellrock, they've won 16 games in a row, and during that 16-game winning streak, they have not had to play from behind.
And this is going to be a test of character for sure. Now they're going to get tested. Now they're going to have to come from behind, having not done it in a while.
And let's see if Xavier might increase the pressure here, knowing they've got some house money to play with a 1-goal lead. A good battle for the ball. Up with it is Wilson. Trying to find Kent, and this is going to be knocked away. So Waverly Shellrock on the offensive end here. And they lost the opportunity. Ott could not get the pass down.
This is where Waverley mustn't panic. They've got to stay composed because it's going to frustrate them now because they believe that wasn't a goal. But it's done and dusted. You have to move on. And this is where they need to try and claw their way back into the game.
Yeah, still plenty of time left to go in this game.
Yeah.
No
absolutely.
time for pouting. So the corner kick prevails for Cedar Rapids Xavier. Here's Rolling, gonna have to track it down. It's gonna be skirted out. Stays with Waverly Shellrock. How about Daniels with that pass though to get the assist?
Yeah. A phenomenal corner, you know. But like it just came off her hip, you know, Meta's hip. It's just one of those. You take the chance, it hits your body, bam, it turns into a goal.
Deflection for correction.
As we said, there's not much tech is involved in that.
Not at all. So Waverly Shellrock with a chance, but what a block by the defenseman. And coming up with that big block was Abby Westhoff. He's had a huge state tournament. The St. Mary's of Minnesota recruit playing big there on that attempt. Boy, side-to-side action here for Xavier. It stays with the Saints.
Yeah, Xavier Saints are looking to switch the point of attack to exploit some 1v1 situations in the wide areas.
Nifty play. Daniels has that checked away by Waverly Shellrock's Lily Lickway. 8 minutes into the second half, just had our first goal of the game at the 43-minute mark by Metter. On a corner kick from Daniels. Again, Waverly Shellrock fights so hard to get the ball through the midfield, Justin. And that defense line just so strong on the backside.
Yeah, not just that, Xavier closing down in the midfield as well. So, you know, I think we had a chat about this at halftime that it's going to be one in the midfield this game. That's for sure. But I've noticed some big gaps from Waverly's back line into the midfield line. So there's a massive pocket of space. And this could benefit Xavier. I mean, if Waverly are pressing higher up the field, they need to get the back line connected. The goalkeeper, Berman, needs to come out a little bit higher. Then you're squeezing all the space. Then you can press into little pockets inside the Xavier half.
Waverly Shellrock's head coach, Laura Greiner, we talked to her just right at the end of halftime there. With a victory today would get her 100th win in her career. And this, no doubt, if they're able to come back, would be memorable for a lot of reasons.
Yeah, it would be. That's for sure. You know, they've been in this situation, you know, previously. I think they were down against Xavier when they lost 3-2 and they clawed their way back into the game. It might have been 2-0 down at the time. So they've proven they have the characters and the personalities out there that could prevail. As you can see, Macy being closed down, just manages to break away, but you see how Xavier closing down in numbers and using Daniels to effect there. Even though Daniels has a brace around a quadricep, it just goes to show how 3 days of football can be grueling to the body.
And Berman with the pickup. And in that opening game, Gabby Berman did not play in it against Xavier. Now the Go Hawks. And look at that. Numbers back for Xavier immediately.
See, that deflected off the arm in the box as well. And that's very, very similar to what happened in the first half against Waverley. And that was actually a cross that stopped the cross from actually going any further. So a very similar situation. Rowling looking at the referee and actually complaining about it. She has a point.
Xavier trying to move the ball a little bit deeper. Again, getting the goal from mattered the difference so far in this contest. 1-0 Xavier. This ball will be knocked away as Rowling was battling for it.
Rowling actually did a very good job there shielding the ball, getting a body between the ball and the defender, and then taking a hit to force the free kick. Ott there trying to work something out of it, running against the back line.
And we have a substitution. Going out will be Haley Kent. Coming in is going to be Morgan Ike. Xavier with the move with Bastion.
Lickway with a great interception.
Quickly trying to move is Waverly Shellrock. This will stay with the Go Hawks. Barons will toss it back to midfield. Xavier in the right spot as they congest the middle. This shot knocked down. Now the centering pass is up. The header just missed. As they try to leave it high for Rowling.
Great passage of play there by Waverley. Ott getting the ball out wide to Icky, who delivered a perfect cross. Unfortunately, Rowling just stepped into the space too early.
Go Hawks had some pressure on. You have to admire the hustle by both teams here in this game. They're stretching the field from side to side.
As you can see, Ott combining with Icky again. What a great ball into the box. Again, no runners.
Yeah.
This is where Waverley really need to commit more players into the box. As soon as that ball goes wide and there's time and space for the cross, this is when players have got to read it. They've got to get the breaks from the midfield and get those extra players in there. For example, Likwe.
Throw in, and this is going to be easily handled by Conrad.
I'd even commit Krayway in there as well. She'll be a physical presence.
Now they go wide. And we're going to see an offside.
There's an offside on Ikwe. What I like about her is earlier on she cut one back onto her right foot and delivered a perfect ball with the right foot, so she can use both feet.
Conrad taking her time from out in front of net. Now Xavier trying to stretch it out. And Xavier wanting to get a corner here, but the official said no, last touch by Xavier.
Good defending there by Behrens. I mean, she got back, got her body between the attacking player.
And we've got 3 substitutions coming into the game. As you see the collision here, as Behrens takes the brunt of that storm.
The Xavier player might have had a chat there with the referee, because it looked like it did go for a corner.
Ellie Keckner, the freshman, will be in. One of the 3 that have come into the game. Paige Loney and also Sophia Alicio will be into the contest.
I thought Alicia was very dangerous in the first half.
That last touch by Waverly Shellrock and Likwe. Daniels left the ball up. Free ball to the middle. Owned by Waverly Shellrock. This one played up towards the middle, and coming up was Conrad to get it.
Very, very brave goalkeeping there by Conrad, coming out to dive on that ball with Macy lurking at pace. I have noticed that Waverly have moved, rolling out to the far right, which is surprising, but maybe looking to exploit some pace on the outside.
Well, it's been physical, no question. Check out the collision.
As you can see, Macy coming through the back of the defender there, going into Avery Campbell just like she wasn't there.
So here we go with the throw. Well, we can tell you that statewide coverage of Iowa Girls Championship sports will continue all year. You can join us in July for the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Iowa Farm Bureau Girls State Softball Championships. You can visit iptv.org for the details. Coming up. Hope you're enjoying today's coverage of the Girls State Soccer Championships here from County Park in Des Moines. The 1A title decided earlier on. Davenport Assumption, a 1-0 winner over North Polk. Here in the 2A game, Xavier with a 1-0 lead here about halfway through the late half. Waverly Shellrock trying to tie this one up. And of course, in the 3A title game coming up here, it'll be Waukee, the top seed, taking on the 6th-seeded Ankeny Hawkettes That's coming up for our nightcap. Here from a triple header of Iowa Girls State Soccer Championships.
There's so much space here to the near side of us. You know, if Waverly win possession, can they break out left quickly? Maybe get Behrens involved in the attack as an overlapping left back. As she gets shoved off the ball there.
Speaking of getting shoved off the ball, contact between the two as this pace of play is starting to pick up in a physical nature. And look out, another opportunity here, but will be snuffed out. And a penalty will be called against Cedar Rapids Xavier. Boy, having a chance to run free and picking up the foul for the Saints was Ella Klusner.
Well, Waverly have got to be careful because they're getting caught square at the back. And although Schmidt is very, very quick, she's very physical, you've just got to be careful because you've got to determine on when to drop off. When there's no pressure on the ball, that's when you need to drop. They were caught flat, and they were very lucky, but luckily Schmidt, who has some good recovery speed, managed to get in there.
This one left out here for Waverly Shellrock. The Go-Hawks go to the far side of the field. Now the centering pass. Boy, they had a cutter coming in, and it goes in! A goal for Waverly Shellrock!
Reeking with that delivery from the right-hand side into Macy Smith to finish it off.
Boy, the score on the board for Macy Smith. And we are tied at a goal apiece here with 17:36 to 35, to play. Here in the late half, check this out.
Reeking with the delivery. Macy Smith was actually acknowledging for the ball and just got inside the defender and the goalkeeper just to dink it over. Great technique here. It actually came off the defender, but great technique just from Macy Smith to get a left foot in there just to poke the ball into the bottom corner.
Any way you can get it to go into the net. Now we've got ourselves a tie game here in the 2A championship. So how about that? Xavier had not given up a goal here yet at the state tournament. And for Waverly Shellrock, one of the things they were able to do is to knock off last year's champion, last year's two-time state champ, Council Bluffs Lewis Central 2-1 in overtime in the quarterfinals, and then went off to beat Dallas Center Grimes in the semifinals. And now we are tied in the 2A title game. Waverly Shellrock, Cedar Rapids Xavier. History on the line for both.
I knew they had a goal in them, though. And I just had that feeling. But look at the space here allowed now for Xavier to attack. Just the recovery runs now. This might be a little change. Do you change your shape now to go in 1-1?
Here's a shot that's going to be hauled in by Berman. Right on point. Now who's going to get the second? Put up number 2 on the board. For either Waverly Shellrock or Xavier.
Oh, with a strong tackle there.
This one played back to Berman. And Xavier will get the opportunity here. Couple of substitutions coming into the game for Xavier and for Waverly Shellrock. They'll send in one new player. Coming in is Mary Kate Metter, the freshman. Also in is Quinn Hannigan. And for Waverly Shellrock, into the game is Michaela Reed.
You know, Waverly take out players, they make subs in the midfield, they take out Crayway, they put in Reed. Another like-for-like replacement in all aspects. So, you know, they do have depth on the bench.
And we will see a penalty called here. A very aggressive tackle. We may have a yellow card here coming up. May. Yes.
That was definitely off the ball. Just a tired tackle. I would say a professional tackle, just to slow the game down.
And that's the second yellow card for Amanda Ross, the sophomore. Take a look at it again here.
Oh yeah, just definite body check. Ross wasn't going to win the ball. Jogs away as the referee stopped time and blew the whistle. She knew she was getting a yellow card.
So here's the free kick. Waverly Shellrock will have it in deep. Rolling, lost it. And Xavier able to pop it free.
Waverly are really trying to go for this winning goal. You can tell every time the ball goes out.
And now we have a head-on-head collision, and they're asking for help. The officials telling the player, Mary Kate Metter, to stay down.
Barron's got up right away.
And now let's take a look at it again. Check out the collision.
Oh yeah,
Oof.
definitely. Oh, yeah, they definitely clashed heads. Barron's got up right away. Tried to walk away from the incident. Stopped by her own teammates.
And now the officials are going to make sure that both players check out of the game to get a breather here and get actually checked out through a concussion protocol because of that type of a hit.
Yeah, they have to. It's the rules as well. And all the coaches have gone through the concussion test that you have to do, and club coaches have to do it as well. You know, when it comes to youth sport. And obviously the health of the athletes is more important than just winning the game.
So a tie game, 1-1, Waverly Shellrock and Xavier. Both of these goals coming in the late half. Coming in for Waverly Shellrock is going to be, Abby Harn.
And she's played that position as well in the tournament, so a like-for-like change. Seeing who came in for Xavier.
Maggie Conrad into the game for Xavier. Waverly Shellrock on it into the corner. Harn will place it to the middle. And this will stay with the Go Hawks. This ball ends up in the stands. Well, the intensity defensively is picking up now for Xavier. Waverly Shellrock trying to stretch out the field.
They're starting to find pockets of space. Look where his touch eluded it there. Dispossessed, and now Xavier on the counter-attack.
$12:50 to play. That's in regulation. It's been a while since we've seen a game go to extra play. And in fact, it was in Class 2A in 2015, Ankeny defeated Pleasant Valley in one of the longest championship games ever played. This one's going to be deflected up and out. Berman saw the shot coming in from the point and just was able to get her glove on at a corner kick coming up here for Cedar Rapids Xavier.
Well, that chance came from nowhere. Nice little turn there in the middle of the park. Good save by Berman. Good strike with the left foot there.
Daniels from the corner. Successful early on. Berman steps up and says, I've got it. And now we'll punt it.
I really like the idea of that ball from Reed, but it's very, very good defending.
Here to the near side, Ott trying to work with it for Waverly. Shellrock will send it towards net, but it's just wide left.
You know, it's very, very interesting now. Rowling played out on the right-hand side. Macy Smith down the middle, so a slight change in the tactics. Personnel, obviously, and having Rowling out wide. She's been very quiet this half. I'm not sure if she's carrying an injury, because she has got like a thigh brace on. But you never know, she could pop up at any time.
This will stay with Xavier. Daniels to throw. This one will stay in. And we have a substitution for Cedar Rapids Xavier.
Well, even Hahn actually dropping back to receive that ball and turn. Sasha Wilson was the closest player to her. Was just looking at it, didn't really check in the space and open up on the half turn to face forward, maybe to play out of the back. It might be an indication of just the players getting tired.
Ella Klusner back into the game for Xavier. And this is going to be a corner kick coming up here for the Saints. Corner kicks here in the late half, 1 for 2. And this is Daniels. Right towards the middle, it's free, but just did get poked away. Xavier in the box was trying to swing it wide to Daniels. She'll wind up, tries to curve it in, and the header just goes over the top of the bar. Boy, Xavier with an opportunity there at that header with Quinn Hannigan.
That was a chance.
Oh,
that was it. As you can see, when it came back to Daniels, got it on her left foot, slung in. Unbelievable. That was an absolute perfect chance there for Hannigan. I mean, she was taller than anybody in that box. She didn't even jump. Just drifted over the crossbar.
Xavier will try to keep the pressure on here. Ward. Shellrock will send it back the opposite way, or try to. Now here Ward, foot race to the ball. And Xavier will still hold the possession. Now more substitutions coming into the game. Both coaching staffs trying to get players in and out down the final stretch here, inside of 8 to play.
It looks like Behrens is a quick switch there for Hahn. Behrens is obviously being cleared to come back into the game. We'll just slot back into the left back position.
Amanda Ross back in along with Mary Kate Metter. So Metter and Behrens were the one that collided head-to-head, but both back into the game. Here's Daniels.
I think both sides want to finish the last part of the game with their top 11 on the field.
And we have in high school soccer, to decide a game, it would have to go, when it comes into extra play, it would go end to end for 2 periods.
I believe 10 minutes each way and then golden goal, so sudden death. First team that scores wins the game.
And a lot of overtimes here already in the 2019 state tournament. And in fact, through the quarterfinals, we're on a blistering pace to set a new benchmark.
Yeah, Waverly Shell Rock went into overtime in the quarterfinals.
It took them, you know, and what we heard from Council Bluffs Lewis Central, the defending state champion, is going to take somebody's best effort. Well, they got that out of Waverly Shell Rock. A tremendous effort to knock them out of the state tournament.
Yeah, certainly did. I mean, it was a great matchup on the day. Waverly were fantastic in the first half, as I remember, and then it was a game of 2 halves. It was Lewis Central, and then Waverly took it in overtime.
So 6 minutes to play. We're trying to fend off Behrens for the ball. Berman going to step up and able to cut off a slicer to it for Cedar Rapids Xavier.
It's actually a good ball out there to Rowling, because he's isolated in 1v1 up against the defender.
Now with an opportunity here for Waverly Shell Rock. Go Hawks with 4 players back, though.
Yeah, you look at that. I mean, it's, yeah, being very cautious, I guess, with 5 minutes to go. But they could still afford, if the ball's on the right-hand side, I'll get Behrens tucked in a little more. And you at least have 3 at the back, but spare Behrens tucked in. She could maybe screen the ball from going into the center forward's feet, as you've got the Rieken going forward on the right-hand side.
And a foul called. So the Go Hawks will spot it up and look to send it deep here.
You don't want to have Schmidt isolated 1v1 in the back here if there's a breakdown. Maybe get Behrens tucked in to screen the ball into the forward's feet.
Xavier's done a terrific job today of bottling up rolling. Now Berman will put it back towards midfield, a little loft into it. Xavier with 5 players back, so I think both coaching staffs
being very, very precautious. Always just tired legs there. Well, the players are making the decision on their own.
Right.
Rowling's got to get back on the far side, get tucked in.
Berman will step up.
Yeah, you can see Xavier just sitting with 4 players at the back.
Counting 5 there for a while.
Yeah,
There's some tired legs out there.
The thing is, they need to step up higher And then a free kick.
Yeah, foul coming. So this is a little deep. This could be kind of interesting. With 2:30 and some change here left to play.
There's no doubt. I think this is Daniels on the ball, as she will probably go direct on goal.
Berman setting the wall in front of her. Here's the kick.
Yeah, a little bit too high. You can see the frustration in Daniels slapping the ground.
Tied at 1, inside of 2 to play in regulation. Good defense that time as Waverly Shellrock able to knock it away with Rican.
You see Roland's been closed down by 2 players.
Here's Daniels. Finds Harn down in the corner. Footwork by Harn. Just to play keep away with a minute left to play in regulation.
That's an exhausted pass. He's just trying to keep the ball.
Looking to throw it in is Westhoff. Bastion wanted to have an attempt at it, so here goes Waverly Shellrock.
Bastion for Xavier is absolutely exhausted. You can just tell how she's walking, managing as the ball comes into him, bounces off her for a throw-in.
10 seconds to go. A header back to the middle, and that ought to do it. So we've played 80 minutes of soccer, and we are tied through regulation at 1 goal apiece with Cedar Rapids Xavier and Waverly Shellrock. So we will head into overtime. One who scores the next goal wins. 1-1 Xavier, Waverly Shellrock here on Iowa Public Television.
On the season premiere of Shakespeare in Hathaway.
He's very clever dog.
The team is hired to find a runaway dog worth
£320 million. How much?
How much?
But as they investigate the case,
This footage has been tampered with.
they uncover a conspiracy
There's someone on the inside.
that may require showing some teeth.
I think this is a job for bad cop.
I can do bad cop.
Shakespeare and Hathaway.
Tonight at 9 on Iowa Public Television.
On this week's episode of The Best of Living in Iowa, we'll glide into the combat zone, explore the work of combat photographer John Gapps III, and visit the Call Ballroom in the Quad Cities.
Enjoy the best of living in Iowa this evening at 6:30.
This week on Market to Market.
We're an easy target.
Western stakeholders seek common ground on public land.
We both love the land. We use it slightly differently.
And commodity market analysis with Elaine Cubb.
These markets will
Market to Market, the weekly journal of rural America.
Sunday at 12:30 p.m. on Iowa Public Television.
For 50 years, Iowa Public Television has been Iowa's statewide public broadcasting network. A non-commercial public service mission has enabled IPTV to present an unequaled array of programs of lasting value to Iowans, from all backgrounds, all generations, and all walks of life. Since 1969, IPTV's mission has reached far beyond its broadcast, educating, informing, enriching, and inspiring Iowans. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, together.
Join the conversation online with Iowa Public Television. Follow us on Facebook. Connect with us on all our social networks.
They just bought a French chateau for cheap.
We can't believe our luck.
Living the dream.
But for this couple, the fairy tale quickly turns into a nightmare.
We're talking a lot of money.
Discover what it takes to transform a ruin
The ceiling's coming off.
into a castle. The charming renovation series,
Whatever happens, we'll make it work.
Escape to the Chateau.
Monday night at 9 on Iowa Public Television.
On We'll Meet Again.
To be gay was to be the worst thing in the world.
The power of her acceptance is why you turned out okay.
Absolutely.
After the rise of the LGBT movement,
I needed to decide whether I was going to be honest with myself.
a search to reunite people who changed each other's lives.
What were your feelings about that young man?
Wayne April opened my eyes. I need to let him know he helped change my life. Marla accepted me unconditionally.
Join us Tuesday evening at 7.
We're the Iowa Public Broadcasting Board wishing IPTV a happy 50th anniversary. Yesterday, today, tomorrow, together.
Do you Snapchat? So does IPTV. Add Iowa Public TV or snap our code. Get live peeks at our productions as they happen in real time. See exclusive behind-the-scenes content. Connect with all our social networks by visiting iptv.org/social.
1-1, we head to the first overtime. Xavier and Waverly Shellrock trying to go for a Class 2A state championship. A lot of history on the line for both. As we take a look at the overtime rules here, and of course in high school soccer, a little bit different from the way they do it in the pros as they work their way to line up. Justin, they go to some extra time, but the first team that scores a goal as it goes end-to-end wins.
Yes, correct. It's golden goal or sudden death. So the first team that scores will win this matchup. If you think about it, you've got 80 minutes and then you could concede a goal in 40 seconds, which we saw over the course of the last 2 days. It's horrible for the losing team, but obviously ecstatic for the winning team.
Well, and you think about it, too, these two teams, the way that they ended the regulation, they looked extremely tired.
Well, as we were talking about earlier, yes, they looked extremely tired. And not just that, BJ, could they've just gone to penalties because their legs are off, both teams. But they've had a bit of a break and, yep, they back into it now and ready to go.
So, Waverly Shellrock on the offensive end here with an opportunity. Here's Rolling. Just had it knocked away. And back down to the other end goes Xavier. Who has that burst of energy here to try to come away with a W?
I'll tell you what, the way the game's been going, if it's not 1 now in the first half, I just have a feeling the legs are going to be tired in the second half and it's going to go to penalties.
Second overtime game of the tournament for Waverly Shellrock. We mentioned in the quarterfinals they had to go to some extra time to beat Lewis Central 2-1. And that was to avenge last year's state championship loss to Lewis Central. So into play here in the first overtime. It's 10 minutes. This one's kicked away. Then we'll go through another 10 before we'll hit penalty kicks. How long and how deep? It's on how we go through the first set.
Yeah, and you know, penalty kicks is not the way to lose a football match that you've gone 80 minutes plus, you know, 100 minutes. As a shot.
And there's a goal from the top, and Xavier wins the Class 2A state championship. Ella Klusner.
Well, as we're talking about penalties, there goes the winning goal. An absolute worldie just over the goalkeeper who's had a magnificent tournament so far. I really do feel for Berman, but what a fantastic effort. A worldie of a shot from about 35 yards out into the roof of the net.
Klusner, who had an assist in the state tournament in the quarterfinals, gets the game-winning, the championship goal for the Xavier Saints, who now bring home their 10th state soccer championship. Wow, what an ending.
2013 was the last time they won it. They back with a fully strength side. But I'm telling you now, Waverley Shellrock will be back next year, that's for sure.
Watch it again here from the top.
As you can see, what an unbelievably well-struck goal. Great technique in that strike. What was it, a minute and 20 seconds into, somewhere around there, BJ.
The thing about it, when it's over, it is over. When you go to sudden ending like that. Wow. And Xavier, champions again for the first time since 2013. Let's take a look at it again from the goal cam here.
Berman's in a good position. I mean, it was just a fantastic strike. She couldn't have got it. Correct form. It was just brilliant technique.
And some happy Xavier families celebrating on the sideline. Forget the rope. Some parents can't be held back, and fans for Cedar Rapids Xavier.
I mean, it's been since 2013, so you can tell they're ecstatic. Definitely.
They had won championship after championship when this thing got started. Their 16th state tournament that they participated in. I think this is our 22nd year of the Girls State Soccer Championships, so they've been here quite a bit from Cedar Rapids and now trying to gain back that championship mystique, and took a step towards that today by winning yet another state title. Awaiting the trophy presentation and the all-tournament teams to be announced here momentarily.
Presenting awards are members of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Board of Directors, Ron Fodness and Roger Francis. Presenting your Class 2A All-Tournament team. From Cedar Rapids, Xavier, Brielle Bastian. From Waverly Shellrock, Siri Ott. From ADM, Delaney Martin. From ADM, Josie Loneman. From Dallas Center Grimes, Maddie Dewey. From Dallas Center Grimes, JC Bersilius. From Cedar Rapids, Xavier, Amanda Ross. From Waverly Shellrock, Kenzie Rolling. From Cedar Rapids, Xavier, Maggie Conrad. From Waverly Shellrock, Kennedy Rieken. And the captain of the Class 2A All-Tournament team from Cedar Rapids, Xavier, Caitlin Daniels.
all-tournament team being announced here. As Cedar Rapids Xavier bests Waverly Shell Rock in overtime 2-1. As Kluser knocks one in with the assist from Hannigan. As there's your all-tournament team with Bastian, Ott from ADM, Delaney Barton, Josie Loneman from ADM, from DCG, Maddie Dewey, JC Versilis, and from Xavier, Amanda Ross, Waverly Shell Rock, Kenzie Rolling from Xavier, Conrad, and from Waverly Shell Rock, Kennedy Rieken, and Caitlin Daniels from Cedar Rapids Xavier, all a part of the all-tournament team here. Now it's time for the trophy presentation.
Each player will receive commemorative soccer balls provided by the Iowa Farm Bureau, proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Ladies and gentlemen, the Class 2A runner-up, the GoHawks from Waverly Shell Rock, and head coach Lauren Greiner. And your 2019 Class 2A state champions for the 10th time in school history, the Saints from Cedar Rapids Xavier, and head coach Chris Higgins. Congratulations.
So Cedar Rapids Xavier tied with Davenport Assumption for most titles of any school. They get it done as they bring home the hardware once again. What a game.
Yeah, it was a fantastic match, DJ. I mean, it was end-to-end. You hate to see a loser in this type of match, but at the end of the day, there has to be a winner. Credit to Waverly Shell Rock. They'll be back. Very young side, and no doubt I'm looking forward to seeing them in the tournament next year.
So Cedar Rapids Xavier, your winner 2-1 in overtime as they knock down Waverly Shell Rock to win yet another state championship. Could have been the hand slap at the beginning. However, we know it was a challenge as Xavier best Waverly Shell Rock in overtime. I want to remind you, our next game comes your way at 3 o'clock as it's Waukee taking on Ankeny for the Big School Championship. That comes your way here in a few moments here on Iowa Public Television.
Funding for the Iowa Girls High School Soccer Championships is provided by
The path to greatness starts early. The Iowa Farm Bureau believes in Iowa's youth and their pursuit of greatness. That's why we're proud to be the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Each student's effort is important, and when one rises, we all rise to a better Iowa.
Fairway, along with Nabisco, Frito-Lay, and Sara Lee, is a proud sponsor of the Iowa Girls Sports Championships. We congratulate all the schools and student athletes participating in this year's Girls High School State Soccer Championships. Fairway, proud to care for the places we work and live. By Musco Lighting, the sports lighting specialists, providing lighting systems for you, your project, and your community.